Boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy. Harlem Eubank, battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live, Eubank versus Uruzquieta, Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
Right, Kugan Cassius, IFL TV here, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm joined by Derek James. Sorry, Derek, I'm trying to get you in shot there. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
All good, all good. We'll just mention this man's name first of all, KD. Someone very instrumental in the AJ camp from day one. Yeah, he's been a pleasure to work with, even though I don't even work with him. There we go.
Right, yeah, he's the initial guy who could contact me. But this situation could have happened a little bit sooner had he just told me who he really was. He kept contacting me. I'm telling the story.
Yeah, tell us the story.
He kept contacting me and DMing me, and I kept thinking like, who in the hell is this guy keep saying I need to talk to you? I need to talk to you. And I'm like, then finally, like after weeks of him needing to talk to me, I said, what do you want? What can I do for you? And he said, man, I'm with AJ. I'm like, you should have led with that 2 weeks ago.
He keeps saying I should have led with that, Kugan, but you know how it goes. I reached out because AJ liked what he saw over there, and I just wanted to have a conversation with him rather than putting it into writing. So I hit him up on DMs. I got his number through a few people, but I didn't want to just hit it like that. But eventually, after probably about 10 messages that he kept deleting, we finally got there, and here we are now.
Okay, well look, I can only see a quarter of your face because this is not the right dynamics.
You know I don't like being on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like being on
Right,
camera.
just a couple of questions for Derek then, just before we finish, because I know you need to eat as well, so I appreciate that. Your first impressions, the first time Anthony Joshua came to see you in any kind of training capacity, what were your thoughts?
I thought he was very good, very fast, very athletic. I thought, very strong. So that's really what my first impressions. I've noticed his athleticism, his how mobile he is, and his strength.
Derek, on paper, this will be Anthony's third trainer in the space of 3 fights. What are your thoughts about that? And not the case of you being the third trainer, but I'm asking the fact that he's had 3 trainers in the last 3 fights.
I think that you just have to, this is his career, right? And realistically, he can have a different trainer every day because it's all about what fits for him and what he thinks that works best for him and somebody who can help take him where he wants to go. So, I mean, really, it's a fighter's career. I always tell fighters, if you're not getting what you feel like you need to get from me, then you should go find somebody who's going to help you. So that's what I believe, so that's the case.
Derek, we know it's not going to be a case of you completely changing Anthony Joshua's style, but the changes you will make, you think that you can make those changes in order to for him to be where he wants to be?
Right. I think that in reality, it's not so much about changing someone, it is about adding to what they already are doing. So that's what I do. I'm not taking anything from him. He's already who he was before. I just want to add a little bit more to what he's doing. So I'm never about changing his whole style completely. It's so much about helping develop him into a different skill set and adding to that.
We know obviously the challenge of Jermaine Franklin is different to the previous 2 fights he's had with Alexander Usyk, but have you watched those fights with Alexander Usyk to know possibly if you was in that situation what you may have implemented differently?
Well, I did not watch the first fight at all. I watched pieces and bits like the day before he came to Dallas, a little bit of the Usyk fight. And I mean, I train left-handed fighters. So I know for them to benefit from a right-handed fighter, or I know how to take whatever away. So it's been different, but that guy who fought Usyk is a different guy than I believe he is today.
Do you anticipate this to be kind of a long-standing relationship as long as AJ has in his career with you and him?
I think so. I think that even if we are not involved in boxing, I think that we can still have a relationship outside of boxing. So this is something that I think that could be a long-standing relationship, yes.
Derek, did you have any conversations with Robert Garcia? He was obviously with AJ in his last camp with Alexander Usyk, but did you have any conversations with him at any point?
No, I haven't. No, I rarely see him, but no, I haven't talked to him. No.
I just wondered because he spent obviously that time with him. You've now with him. I just wondered if there was any kind of crossover talk.
No, I didn't. No. I saw an interview that he had done with him, but I haven't. No, I haven't talked to him. No.
There is talk of it comes through Saturday, and we know there's nothing a given in heavyweight boxing. We know that, but the plans for these kind of bigger fights, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, is this what you're also working towards?
Well, I'm working towards him being the best fighter he can possibly be. Not so much about whatever. You know what I mean? I just if this be the case and keep developing him and be better and better and better, that's what I wanted for him.
Derek James, thank you very much for your time. God bless you and the best of luck this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,